Pisces, hi. So this is going to be a reading for January 13th through the 19th. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Pisces. All right, the overall energy for the reading, the Nine of Pentacles. That's a lot of, I would say you're feeling quite grounded here, or you're trying to stay grounded, to stay balanced within a particular situation here. Okay. In the recent past, the Three of Wands, the Two of Cups, the Seven of Wands. You're waiting for something here, but I feel like somebody's waiting for something to happen, for something to come together in a beautiful way. But somebody's also not believing that it's going to happen while they're waiting for that to happen. So that's a little contradictory right there. It's a little bit of, well, I want for this to happen, but it's never going to happen. But if you keep saying that, it's never going to happen. You know, then you're not allowing the space for that to happen. If that's even you, I don't know who this is, but okay. In the current situation, the Nine of Wands, the Ten of Cups, the Nine of Swords, somebody's not allowing for something to happen here. And they keep on doing it. And it's because of what they're bringing to the table and not even realizing what they're bringing to the table. And it's a lot of stressing out about the situation, even when it unfolds in the most beautiful way. So something is playing out naturally or wanting to, but because someone keeps it in that box of always stressed out about it, it's not even showing up as beautiful, you know, even though from an energetic standpoint it is. It's trying to, you know. But if somebody's stressing out about it at every little step, every little corner, then no, it's going to show up stressed out, this whole situation. Okay. In the immediate future, the Knight of Swords, the Seven of Cups, the Queen of Wands. All right. I see you pursuing some choices here. Some options, some good options about, I don't know. It almost looks like you're waking up one day and you're just going out there in the world and exploring everything that just feels right to you, which is a nice energy. Kind of like, I'll give this a shot, and I'll give this a shot, and all this, and all that. Yeah. So, okay. Let's clarify. Let's do the Nine of Pentacles. For the Nine of Pentacles, you get the Hierophant, the Justice card, the Tower. This is a major fail from the get-go. So you're showing me a particular situation, a commitment of some sort. You're tied up to another energy here. And you are showing up in a great desire for it to work out, right? What you're not understanding or realizing is that you also carry, probably from the get-go, you carried this, I would call it fear, because ultimately that's what it is, that this is going to crash. So you enter a situation really, really wanting that things would work out here, and you're like, oh my god, yeah, it's, you know, the most important thing in the world that this works out. And then not realizing that in the background you hold this massive, massive fear that it's never going to work out. If this is even you, this could be an energy tied up to you, but somebody's entering a situation and they're running through that situation with this massive fear attached to them. At all times. It's there all the time. So, I'm not sure if this is going to work out, if it shows up in that way, but okay. Let's do the Three of Wands. Like, this never stood a chance from the get-go, you know? In the recent past, for the Three of Wands, you get the Nine of Swords, the Two of Wands, the Ten of Wands. Yeah, and it's eating at you, this fear. I'll say this is you, even though it may not be, but I'll say this is you because this is your reading. But it could be somebody you're dealing with and not you. But I'll keep on saying that it's you because, you know, so that I don't keep on repeating that it may be somebody else. But you are showing up here always waiting for that intention to come through, for that beauty that you were wanting here to come through, to show up. Again, in the background, this massive energy of always stressing about the smallest little thing, of what could go wrong, of, you know, it just made the situation very, very heavy. Instead of letting it be what it was, which I don't know what it was. I think you didn't know if that was you, you know, because you were carrying such a massive preconceived kind of an energy here over this. But from that perspective of that fear, for the Two of Cups, in the recent past, you get the Two of Cups again, the Six of Pentacles, the Hangman. And then there's this. There's this beautiful energy of being in the moment with it, letting it be what it is without stressing about every little thing. So that was definitely at play too. It wasn't only the massive background energy of stressing about it. Okay, so you had your moments of, oh, okay, this is nice, you know? I don't think they lasted long, but for the Seven of Wands, you get the Five of Swords, the Three of Cups, the Eight of Wands. And it could have been mentioned to you in the past, you know, whatever this was, that this came through ultimately as you rejecting this situation, even though you weren't actively doing that. But because those energies of stress and worry and fear around it were present constantly, it almost looked like you were pushing this away from you. Because who the hell wants the stress? Nobody. You know? Not realizing that stress came from you and your own fear of this not working out. And I feel like it's been potentially mentioned to you, probably in a way of you're rejecting this. Can't you see you don't want this? You know? Wherein in all reality, you did want it, but all of the energies around it created a sense of you not wanting it. Let me see the Nine of Wands in the current situation, the Page of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Chariot. You're having a really, really hard time falling into the flow of this, into the reality of this, into the present moment of what this is. I don't even know what it is at this point. I see it starting as something nice, you know, based off of your intention about it. I'm like, okay, so this looks like something really, really cool in terms of a partnership. It could go places, but then I see all of that energy taking over, the energy of stress around it. And at this point, I don't even know where it's at. And you're showing me you're having a hard time connecting with the present moment so that you can understand where it's at. I may do the Ten of Cups. For the Ten of Cups, you get the Eight of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Sun. Okay, so I see where it's at here. I see it for what it is. Do you? That's what's most important. Because I feel like you've built something up on your perception over it solely, which your perception over it came from some sort of fear that wasn't healed, you know? So if you started this off from the get-go, from the premises of it's not going to work out, that's how you viewed it throughout all of the time that it ran, probably still is running, but this is a beautiful commitment from what I'm seeing, from an energetic perspective. The way you view it, not so much. It's not that beautiful. But again, it's because the filter that you have on. For the Knight of Swords, you get the Emperor, the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Cups. And then giving me a sense of you don't trust them. You don't trust them that they'll stay, that they'll be there, that they'll show up, that they'll love you, that they'll, all of that. Why don't you trust them? In the sense of my question comes from the place of, did they give you any reason to not trust? Because if they did, okay, but are you sure they gave you any reasons to not trust, or is that lack of trust coming from you, which was born out of a situation that has nothing to do with this? Because that's what I'm talking about when I see that massive cloud of fear right there behind you. You're looking at this energy and you're presenting it to me in such a beautiful way, and then you're saying, nah, I don't trust it. I'm like, what the fuck is there not to trust? In the way that it's showing up here, at least. Let's do the Knight of Swords. For the Knight of Swords in the immediate future, you get the Four of Cups, the Three of Wands, the Ace of Cups. This is the part in which you are kind of upset for a little while here, potentially with yourself. And then you want to do something about something. You want to make something right. Look, most of relationships of any kind start from a place of neutrality, as far as I'm concerned and as far as I see things, right? Where, yeah, we do have a certain perception over things from the get-go, but usually it kind of plays out a little more naturally, at least in the beginning, until we form a certain perception. This one was started off from a high level of perception. It wasn't allowed to be natural, to be what it is, almost at all. So it ran through that level of perception that was high from the get-go, and then it got even higher. So it's almost like you don't even know what this is at this point, And then you spend some time here being upset with something, I would assume with yourself, because maybe you're realizing, what the hell just happened there? Did I just create this in my mind to be something that it's not? And then you want to do something about it. Okay, don't be upset with yourself, though. It can happen. That we do that, and we don't realize that we do that, because there's some energies that are unhealed. It's the same as me saying you came with some baggage here, and you didn't realize that. And the baggage was definitely overflowing here. Could have been that at play. Again, if this is you, a reminder, because this may not be you, this could be whoever you're dealing with. But in the immediate future, the Seven of Cups, for the Seven of Cups, you get the Knight of Pentacles, the Moon, the King of Wands. Yeah, you definitely feel that there's a good possibility for a nice match here between you and a potential energy that you're heading towards. Not enough. It's the same one if you've given it some time to think about it, and then you're realizing, oh, okay, it could be something brand new. It actually comes through as almost like a new energy, but it could be because you're seeing it from a different perspective, from a perspective of, hell, I've placed this in a certain box and I didn't allow it to be what it is, and now I want to allow it to be what it is. Because there's definitely a little more freedom here in that perspective of perception. For the Queen of Wands in the immediate future, you get the Knight of Cups, the Nine of Wands, the Eight of Swords. What do you think? They're not going to form their own perception over there based on you already having it in place? Oh, they will. Oh, they will. So, I don't know where this is going to go. I'm not seeing a complete refusal on the other side. Like, don't even try. Don't even bother, because they're not. No, I see a little bit of a natural kind of a pushing away, because if I would assume that things got a little messy here. Not a lot, but enough to create a little bit of, ooh, hold on, and I see somebody realizing, what the hell am I doing? Let me go back and readdress this from the neutral standpoint, not from my perception, their perception, everybody's perception. Fuck that shit. Let me take it for what it is. But again, through that, don't think that you're the only one that formed a perception here, because all of us do, all the time. You know? It's just that whoever started this never gave it a chance to be what it was, and then form a little bit of perception over it. They just took it on with perception up at level 10, and then moving on up from there. So you might have a little bit of difficulty here. Yes, you may have awakened to the reality of, what the hell, let me just kind of take this for what it is, but you might have a little bit of resistance as you get closer to this. So just expect that to be the case, because again, you formed your own perception. What do you think they didn't? Because they did. Let me see what the universe has. Goddamn perception, man. From the universe, you get the Eight of Swords, the Page of Cups, the Devil. Yeah, and at some point you're gonna question all of this, like, what the hell is this really? Because I thought it was something, but it may not be that, and da-da-da-da-da-da. But remember, you're still under the influence of your fear here. You're not yet at this phase of, hold on, what am I doing here? So you're still kind of in the middle of, your perception created a certain vision, a certain dynamic for the situation. And you may not like it. You may look at it and you're like, what the hell is this? This is not healthy. This is not great. This is not this. This is not that. But not realizing that maybe you brought that in. Without wanting to, of course. You know? We all do, to some extent. We all do bring some baggage from somewhere. It's a matter of, how do we unload it in there, you know? And do we realize, hey, it's our baggage that makes us perceive things in this way. You know? So I don't know. But you're still under the little cloud here, so you may be confused as hell when it comes to, what the hell is this? You'll realize it a little later here. But that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.